Violence, deaths, threats and extreme tension have marked the past month in Jerusalem as Palestinians and Israelis clashed on the streets. At stake, a two-state solution, the bargaining chip, Jerusalem's holiest sites. The players, political and religious leaders on all sides. Later we'll talk with a member of the PLO Executive Committee and a spokesman for the Israeli government. But first, CCTV's Stephanie Freid explains why the situation is grim and how it got that way.
Scenes like this have become almost commonplace in Jerusalem. Clashes between Palestinian protesters and the Israeli army and police almost daily for more than a month. Violence erupted in September when right-wing Jews and members of the Israeli parliament went up to Judaism's holiest site, the Temple Mount, on restricted days.
This is the Jewish state, this is the holiest site of the Jewish people, and we will pray here.
On the same site is Islam's third holiest place, the Al-Aqsa Mosque. At the end of October, Israel restricted Muslim worshippers from entering the area, citing fears of violence. Violence flared anyway. Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas called it, quote, an act of war.
No one stopped Israel from violating the international law.
To understand why the situation is so volatile, a little bit of biblical and Quran history. Al-Aqsa Mosque, according to Islam, is built over the site where Muslims believe the founder of their religion, the Prophet Muhammad, ascended to heaven. According to Judaism, the mosque also sits atop the rock that gave birth to creation, the center of the universe. Complicating matters further. A post-1967 Israel-Jordan agreement stipulates that the Hashemite kingdom has control of Al-Aqsa Mosque, while Israel has security patrolling rights around the compound. In the wake of the recent violence, an incensed Jordanian government recalled its ambassador to Israel for consultations. But things got worse. Under cover of darkness, dozens of Jewish settlers took up residence in the Palestinian East Jerusalem neighborhood Silwan, infuriating locals. Enraging them more, the Israeli government announced plans to build hundreds more settlement homes in territories claimed by both sides, an expansion criticized by many nations.
This is an anti-Semitism under cover of anti-Zionism.
Tensions escalated again when lone wolf Palestinians assaulted Jews with knives and slammed cars into pedestrians, killing a soldier and 2 civilians, including a 3-month-old baby girl. Israeli soldiers also shot and killed 3 Palestinians. Israel's Prime Minister, Benjamin Netanyahu, accused the Palestinian president of inciting violence. Netanyahu promised a crackdown and punitive measures. President Mahmoud Abbas countered with accusations of his own. With Jerusalem, the West Bank, and Israel's Arab sector on the brink of a full-blown uprising, Jordan and the U.S. stepped in to try and calm the situation. Earlier this week, both Abbas and Netanyahu met U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry and King Abdullah in Amman in separate trilateral meetings. The outcome? Israel committed itself to maintaining Al-Aqsa status quo, and both sides agreed to de-escalate tensions. Israel lifted restrictions on Muslim worshippers at Al-Aqsa Friday prayers. It was the first time in more than a month that Jerusalem was virtually riot-free. Prime Minister Netanyahu returns to Jordan in the coming days to cement agreements put into place and continue efforts to keep a holy site from being stained by more blood. Stephanie Freid, CCTV, Jerusalem.